Hello friends, you're Lonesome Gamer, and this evening I'm gonna play Hostage Negotiator. And if you're wondering why I don't have a box for that, it's actually a review copy. Ricky from Boxes of Delight has sent me that, and he's already done a great introduction into this game. The game is at the moment on Kickstarter. It's a pure solitaire game. And I guess it's only on Kickstarter for, well, maybe a week or so now. So there is not too much time. But if you're thinking about backing it, yeah, maybe you just want to watch this video and see how it plays. So let's set up the game. Okay, the game is set. And at the beginning, we have to find our hostage taker, and I decided for Donna Scarborough. At the beginning, as a standard one, this guy here, Arcane Maswa, is recommended, but because Ricky has done a nice introduction with him, I'm going to try something else. I'm going to try this girl. Donna just got passed over for tenure. Again. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. Today her students were shocked when, instead of lecture notes, she pulled out 2 Glock 23s. Donna isn't letting anyone go until she gets what she wants. She has decided this is the only way to make them understand how deserving she really is. Okay, fine. So, and, well, as I said, there are 3 hostage takers, at least in the, I think in the base game. I'm not, maybe only in the review copy. I think you can get more with the game on Kickstarter. You gotta check that. And we got this special rules here. Anytime there are 2 1s in the final results of a threat roll, Donna kills a hostage. Anytime there are 2 6s in the final results of a threat roll, Donna releases a hostage. Okay, then we got here her major demand. We don't know yet what that is. There are 3 major demands and we've chosen one, and an escape demand. And there are also more escape demands. So right now we can't be sure about that. And by the way, each hostage taker has also its specific demands. Then we've created a terror pile, this one here. That's basically, well, on the one hand, it's these are basically events. On the other hand, you can see it as a timer. So we work ourselves through this pile. There are more tarot cards here, so you don't use them all during a game, which is cool, I guess. Adds to the replayability. And the last one is one of these pivotal event cards, and there are also more. And we only have one now here. And this is a kind of a climax then. And if there is no more tarot card to draw when we should do so, then we've lost the game. Apart from that, we've lost the game if half the number of hostages is killed. Right now there are 12 hostages there. She kills 6. We've lost. Or if the if she escapes. We can win the game if we fulfill 3 conditions. All of them. First, we have to we have to free at least half the number of hostages. And second of all, we have to either kill the hostage taker or capture her. Okay, so this is it. Apart from these cards here, we have here the so-called conversation cards, and I will explain later how exactly that works. So during the first part of the game now, it's the conversation phase. So the game is divided into turns, and during the first part of the turn we'll do a conversation phase, and for that we use these conversation cards. They look pretty cool on the back side, by the way. And we can now choose which cards we want to play. At the beginning you have all these cards where there is this 0 down here. This is the value of the cards, and these are your starting cards. So what we can do with these cards is we can either gain conversation points, these points here, and as you can see here, there is this conversation point track, and at the during the next phase of the turn we can spend these points to buy better conversation cards. The other thing we could do is we could reveal demands, and that is also important simply because these event cards, these terror cards, many of them say if there is any unrevealed demand, something bad happens. So it makes sense to reveal the demands early during the negotiations. And another option, what we can do is we can lower these the threat level. And the threat level is here in the middle. Right now it's at 2, which is actually not very high. I think she's the one with the lowest threat level, although you don't really see that in her face, but well, it's pretty low actually. And depending on the threat level, you can roll a specific number of dice. So right now we can roll 2 dice, but if we manage to bring the threat level 1 lower, we could already roll 3 dice. If the threat level would be here, then we are only allowed to roll 1 die. We roll these dice during threat rolls, and during these threat rolls we want successes. A 5 and a 6 is a success. And we need to do these threat rolls if we resolve these communication cards. So you will see now how that works. I think it's a pretty good start if we manage to bring the threat level down, because then we can roll, instead of 2, we can then roll with 3 dice. So what we're going to play is we're going to play this Keep Cool card. And it says here, let's keep our heads now. Neither one of us will get what we want if we lose our cool. Okay, so now because we have to do a threat roll, and see it here, the threat level is at 3, so we can roll now 2 dice. And we need 5s and 6s. So that wasn't so bad, actually that was pretty cool. That was 1 success. And now you see here what happens. This is 0 successes. Let's see that here if you go closer. We would have lost 1 conversation point. That is 1 success. Threat level goes down 1. And with 2 successes, we would have gained an additional conversation point, and the threat level would also have gone down by 1. So we managed to accomplish our main goal with that card, bring her down into this green zone, into this 3 dice zone, which is definitely good. So now we got to discard that card, and I will do this face down, just to remember that better. So next thing we want to do is we want to see some demands, because if we draw a terror card, it's good to know the demands. So now we can actually roll 3 dice, and it says here, what are your demands? Well, pretty straightforward. Well, here we are. You hold all the cards. Tell me what you want. Okay. Well, that is pretty awesome. We got 3 successes. You cannot have more than 2. So that means here reveal a demand and plus 2 conversation points. So these are the conversation points. They go now up. And then we can reveal a demand, and right now I think I'm going to reveal this escape demand here. I can choose which one I want. So she wants a bus. Spend 4 conversation points to concede during any conversation for, and that means she would release a hostage, and we would gain an additional die for the next threat roll. But if we would concede, there is a penalty. The abductor escapes at the end of the turn. So basically we can only do this in the last turn to gain this this bonus. Otherwise she would have been escaped and we would lose the game. Okay. So I guess what I want to do is I want to try another one of these. What are your demands? Try to get the other demand revealed. So let's see. Okay, that's another 6. And so reveal a demand or plus 1. Okay, what we could do now, and I think I will do this, we could now, you can see that here on the back, we could pay 2 conversation cards. We simply could give them away to make a 4 a success. But damn, I'm not sure if I want to do that actually. We could also simply discard a conversation card to gain a conversation point. So right now we have 1 success, so we could reveal a demand. If we now would discard 2 conversation points, we would gain 2 conversation cards. We would have 2 successes. That would give us additional 2 conversation points. On the other hand, we can also play these conversation cards, and we have a good chance to gain more than 2 additional conversation points in this way. So I think I will keep this 1 success here, and I will reveal the other demand. So let's see. She wants wire $10 million. Okay, we could spend 4 conversation points to concede during any conversation for release of 2 hostages. the penalty would be 1 die. You always roll at least 1 die, but we would roll 1 less die. So that's also something we should better not do. By the way, if you ask yourself why you have to spend conversation points to do these to concede these demands, the idea is we have to kind of talk to our superiors and well, do this with all our skills so that they will be that they'll approve to give that crazy girl $10 million. Okay, so now we actually have these 3 cards left, and it's pretty tempting to play them all in some way. I mean, right now we have 3 of these dice, so we're really doing good. And I think I actually might play that one here, the other keep cool card. Amazing. 2 successes, it's really looking good now. So now this goes down 1 more. And we gain in addition 1 additional conversation point. Okay, and then we got these small talk cards here. And they give us even more conversation points. So it says here, so tell me, do you have family? I've got a wife and 3 kids myself, all boys. They're everything to me. Okay, so let's do this small talk now. And again, we have 2 successes, and this is so good. It's really looking good now. So we gain 3 more points. And finally, I don't see a reason why I shouldn't play the last one too. So let's talk a little more. Ah, that was bad. Okay, but anyway, that wasn't so bad, because the penalty if you lose is you gain 1 small talk card, and you gain 1 conversation point, but then the conversation ends. But that would have been the case anyway, because we don't have any more conversation cards in our hand. Okay, and that was not bad. Actually, that was a great round. That was a fantastic first conversation round. I'm a really hostage negotiations master. So I managed to completely calm her down, gain lots of conversation points, find out both demands of her. So all we need now are the hostages, but it's looking not bad. Okay, so that was the first phase of the first turn, the conversation phase. And now we come to the, I don't know what it is called, the buy phase or draw phase or something like that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to spend our conversation points. And it makes sense to spend them all, because you cannot carry them over to the next turn. So we got 7 conversation points now. And you can see down here, you can see the value of these cards. So we can buy now, for our 7 points, we can now buy these conversation cards. And well, I have to think. I mean, there are different things. Some bring the threat level more down, which is not necessary right now, I think. These give us more conversation points, which is pretty cool. Here we gain an extra success. No, an extra... yeah, the 4th would be successes. So that's also very good. And these things would allow us to make the to make her release some hostages. Okay, so, and that's actually what we want to do. So I guess it might be a good idea, for example, to Okay, so I think so these cards here, just stay calm. They allow you to bring this threat level down even further. But it's now at the very end. So now even if she would now release a hostage, if the threat track would now move down once again, then she would instead release a hostage. So it makes absolutely sense to try to lower the threat level even more. So I'm gonna buy these 2 cards, just stay calm. They give you 4, they cost 4, so I got 3 left. And then I'm gonna buy these 2 reroll cards. They cost me each 1. So then I'm at 1, that's fine with me, I guess. The other one is lost because a new turn starts. Okay. And by the way, this is important. These cards that I played during this turn, they were discarded. I said that. And it's not allowed to buy them during this buy phase. But afterward, they come back into this available area. That's how this area is called. And we are allowed to buy these cards during the next buy or draw phase. So now during the next phase we can take all these cards again for free, all these 0 value cards. And then after this buy or draw phase we are allowed to, or we're not allowed, but we come to the terror phase and we have to draw a tarot card. And that says, don't test me, roll a die. If the result is less than or equal to current threat level, she will kill a hostage. Well, actually, the current threat level is kind of 0. You know, it's S. So there is no danger that this could happen. And then we have this one, if any unrevealed demand, the threat level go up 1. But luckily we managed to reveal both demands, so there is nothing happens. We can ignore the effect of that tarot card. And that's the end of the round. And then we can start the next round with the conversation phase. So, now we want to make her release the hostages, and we can simply do that by lowering the threat level even more. So we play just stay calm, and we're allowed to roll 3 dice. Let's read that. I know you are angry, but just stay calm and don't do anything rash. If you kill any of the hostages, all bets are off. So just stay calm. So let's see. Okay, great. 2 successes. Well, that is so fantastic. The good thing now is, well, actually, usually we would gain, this thing would now go down 2, but I don't think we are allowed to release 2 hostages. That would have been too easy. I guess what happens is actually only 1 hostage is released. So now we move 1 hostage from the hostage pool here to the saved hostages. Okay. So that was my first action, and then I can play that one here. Same card again, just stay calm. And again we can roll 3 dice. And again we have a success. So, same thing. The threat drag would go down. It's not possible. Second hostage is released. Okay. So, and I'm going to keep these 2 cards. So this is now my discard pile. I keep these 2 cards. And this is actually the end of this conversation phase. So what happens next is I'm allowed to buy cards. Okay, I don't have any conversation points, so all I can do now is I can gain these 0 cards, but that's pretty cool. I'm gonna take them all now. They're all available now, so fine. And then I can place these 2 cards that I just played now in this available area, and I can buy them during the next turn again. Okay, well, that's the end of that phase. Let's draw another card. I've taken more hostages. Yeah, great. Okay, let's roll a die here. Oh, great, a 6. So she's taken 3 more hostages, but I think, yeah, I can use the card. What I meant was I can use that card to reroll the die during the terror phase. No, I didn't mean that. What I meant to say was that I completely understand where you are coming from. So tell me how I can help you. Okay, so let's hope this is better. Yeah, it is, definitely. Okay, so she takes 1 additional hostage, which is not that bad. Okay, conversation phase again, and my strategy remains basically the same. First of all, I'm going to try to cool her down, try to making her releasing more hostages. 3 dice. Got a success here with a 6, so that was the first card, and another hostage is released. Same thing again. Another success. So here we go. Now let's see. I would say we do the same thing again. We try to gain lots of these conversation cards. Conversation points. So let's do some small talk now. Gosh, so this is interesting now. We got 3 times a 4. So we could end this conversation here and gain 1 additional conversation point, or we could spend 2 cards and gain 2 points, and we could go on with the conversation. Well, it's hard to say. Okay, I think what I want to do is I'm going to reroll 1 of these dice. So what I meant was, shit. Okay. Well, sometimes it's better to shut up. Damn. So that wasn't such a great idea. Okay, I still got the option to do this. I still can. Yeah, I still could give away 2 cards. But I don't know if I want to do that actually. Hard to say. Damn it. Well, actually, no. No, I don't want to do that. So I think the conversation ends here. So these cards are all in the discard pile now. I will gain 1 point for that. For the failure, I gain 1 conversation point, and that's it. And I'm going to spend that to buy this other, what I meant was card, this other reroll card. And then the other one goes back in the available area. And these 3 cards also go back here. And we have another terror. The situation is worsening. Yeah, okay. +1. Luckily no unrevealed demands. Okay. So this allows us now we cannot continue with this during this conversation phase. We can't do this strategy of lowering the threat roll simply because we don't have the cards to do this. So now we're trying to gain some more conversation points during that turn. Okay, I start again with small talk. Okay, at least one success. So these are 2 conversation points. And then I think I will actually discard these 2 cards and simply take 1 conversation point for each of them. So we are at 4 then. And then I'll stop this conversation. Okay, so I guess what I'm going to do is I will simply buy for 4 again these 2 just stay calm cards. So I think I will just try to go on and just try to make her relax, and yeah. I know it's not a very clever way to play, not very interesting, but I think it's the best now I have. And then I can also take these 3 cards. They're for free. So if I'm rolling good during the next turn, and I'm not sure, I think I got that card left. I don't know that actually, but I think I do. So yeah, I think I do. If I roll good, she will release again 3 or 4 hostages or so. I think 3. And that would be pretty cool. Okay, so yeah, until now it's looking good. Let's see the next tarot card. Yeah, that sucks now. Situation is worsening again. So she's now at 2 again, and that means we can only roll with 2 dice, which is not great. But okay, I mean, let's try our best anyway. Yeah, so I'm gonna play one of these keep cool cards now. And yeah, let's see. Ah, great, we got a success. So that means, as you can see here, it goes down again. Very good. And then we're going to discard that card. And the next one, yeah, I think now we can play these. Just stay calm. We're allowed to roll 3 dice now. 2 successes would be great. Oh, damn it. Well, that was bad. Oh man, so let's play now this card. What I meant was, we definitely need that now. So we want to oh, and damn, she kills a hostage. We have 2 1s here, but we can reroll one of these. So let's hope for the best here. Ah! That was so close. Okay, well, at least the hostage is not killed, but that was bad. So again, this level goes up. Oh man, come on. And yeah, the conversation ends. As you can see, it's this one here that indicates that the conversation ends. So yeah, that wasn't great. That wasn't great at all. So now we can take these cards here from the available area because they are free. We don't have any conversation points, and the cards we just played, they go back here. So that wasn't great. Let's see what the tarot says. Oh, come on! It's the same again. The situation is worsening. Again, this goes up one space. So it's getting now more and more problematic. Okay, so I guess it's time now to finish that. It's time to load this up. And it's a little bit on the edge now, but I think we are doing good. I mean, if we manage to bring her down again, I think we have a pretty good chance to win that. So yeah, let's see. Okay, yeah, hope to see you in my next video. Until then, bye.